All right, welcome to this daily horoscope. My name is Athen, and this is for January 1st and 2nd, Thursday and Friday. Okay, so Happy New Year to all of you out there. Now we've got the full moon coming up here on Sunday night in Gemini, and now the moon's in Taurus leading into that Geminian energy. So anytime we have the full moon energy, right before it, we have the sign that is trying to show us something very important for that full moon or for that new moon. And so in this case, it's Taurus. Now what Taurus shows us right before Gemini is what our values are. What's important to us? What do we enjoy out of life? And so connect to this for these 2 days. Get in touch with the things you really enjoy, whatever it is for you in particular, especially if it invokes your senses, touch, taste, smells, connecting to Mother Earth, connecting to nature, connecting to your body, connecting to anything physical. But really asking yourself, what is it that you enjoy about these things? And being clear about what your values are. What this does is leading into this full moon in Gemini, it helps us be very clear about what we want to manifest and what we want to be consciously oriented towards during the Gemini energy, because Gemini is about exchanges. And we can't exchange anything if we don't have value or we don't know what our values are. And we can't exchange anything or manifest if we don't know what we want. So this is what you might call one of the first stages of manifestation, which is being very clear about what you want in terms of what you value in order to have that conscious perspective and send those messages out into the universe in regards to your values. So reflect on those things over these 2 days. You'll not only find it very enjoyable, I feel, but it will really help you illuminate even more of the full moon energy over the weekend. Now on Thursday, we do have Mercury going into Capricorn right now at the moment, this transition with our thoughts and our communications, where they were much more expansive. Now they're becoming much more concrete, much more long-term with that Capricorn energy. So this is about grounding our thoughts, grounding our communications, realizing that, that's what thoughts are, really. It's important to have the possibilities. But if we don't ground them, we don't make them into something practical, something real, we don't understand these divine principles and how they can be applied, then they don't do us much good. So with this whole lunar cycle in Sagittarius, it's about taking all these divine principles, these philosophical foundations to our life, and starting to understand how they apply very practically in our life, especially in the long term. Thinking long term, thinking in the big picture is going to be very important going into January. Now on Thursday as well, we do have Mars opposite Jupiter. So there's a balancing taking place between our goals and the things we want to do in the long term, which is Mars transiting Capricorn right now at the moment, opposite Jupiter, which is all this expansion we've been feeling internally or with our past, opportunities with our past, soul family, etc. So the key here is to bring these two together. See on Thursday and Friday how you can bring more expansiveness to what you're doing, to your goals, but staying connected to those divine principles which are coming from within. With Jupiter and Cancer, it's been showing us that these divine principles and all of these opportunities and everything only come from inside. They come from us. They come from our feelings and our connection to the divine through our feelings. So maintain that connection between action and feeling. Very important here for these 2 days. And you'll find not only are your goals very expansive, but they remain grounded. They remain real in terms of their applicability and what you can do during this time. But overall, have those large goals, have that expansion, just stay connected to the emotional state. Now, as the sun gets closer and closer to this Pluto aspect, it's going to go over Pluto here on the 3rd over the weekend. As we get closer to the weekend, notice how our awareness of things is becoming much more transformative, much deeper. So be willing, as we get closer to the weekend, to connect to the deeper side of life. Be willing to make these transformations and changes that I've been talking about, because the sun is a very personal planet, and going over this Uranus-Pluto square is making this whole element of creating positive change in our life very personal. Okay, so be willing to make those changes, tap into your freedom, see what needs to change in your life, and that will be stepping into the active role of that participating energy over this weekend. All right, so let's go and draw a card and see where Spirit would like a little more emphasis for these 2 days. Okay, Soul. Well, there it is, the sun. The sun's in Sagittarius. That's what this whole lunar cycle is about. It's about these possibilities, making these possibilities a reality, and energizing and passion and creativity. You know, in the full moon, there's a lot of both emotional and conscious energy. It's very high right now in this gibbous phase. So taking this passion, taking this creativity and utilizing it, letting it shine, letting you shine. You know, allow that solar energy to shine out into the open. Allow that creativity to come out. Allow that vital life force to come out. And it all comes from seeing the possibilities and those divine principles in our life with all this Sagittarius energy with the sun. All right, so I hope you guys have a great 2 days. Please get in touch if you'd like a personal reading. I want to thank you all for all of your support in 2014. I'm having a radio show on Saturday. If you'd like to tune in for that, it's going to be about astrology and sidereal astrology. I'll put a link down below, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.